And now we have the intermediate winner category. Intermediate. Sandra Galanes of Oceanside Public Library is the winner. Now, Sandra is unable to join us today, but we want to invite Donna Jones, who is the 2004 Writer to Writer Challenge winner, to come up and read Sandra's letter. Sandra is from Oceanside Public Library, and she wrote to Ernest Hemingway, author of The Old Man and the Sea. And so because Sandra's a winner, Donna will read her entire letter. Donna, thank you, and welcome back, and congratulations. I have a question. How did it feel for you when you won in 2004? How did it make a difference in your life? Step to the mic.
Well, it made a great difference. I was invited to do a workshop giving hints and clues as how to do the writer to writer and win it and become a finalist, and I'm very fortunate. A lot of the programs in which I did do my workshops are here today. So, yay! So just remember, because I was there once doesn't mean I can't come back again.
Oh, watch out. Okay. Donna Jones, go ahead.
Thank you. Dear Ernest Hemingway, my name is Sandra Galanes. I have read your book, The Old Man and the Sea. I didn't identify myself with the story at the beginning, but while I was reading page after page, my fishing experience came to mind. I started my fishing experience when I moved to a foreign country. There was a different language. My language was Spanish, and it was hard for me because I only knew a few words of English. Without the necessary tools, I couldn't get the bigger fish. For me, the big fish was learning English. I couldn't communicate with people that only spoke English. I didn't have any friends or family close to me. 1 year later, while living in the United States, I started working in a lens cleaning factory. There were people who spoke both languages. I missed a higher level job promotion because I didn't speak English that well. At the time, I was practicing my English just at work. Like Santiago, I didn't give up. I kept looking for the first good opportunity I could get, the big fish. When I moved from Texas to California, I found an adult school. They had English as a second language, parentheses, ESL, end of parentheses, so I took classes for a year and a half. I didn't continue taking the classes because I had to move to a different city. Fortunately, I learned enough English to take the citizenship test, and I got my U.S. citizenship. Next, I looked for information about classes to get a GED diploma. Now, here I am still fishing for it. Before I read the book, I thought, that will be the big fish, but now I want to continue fishing to get the biggest fish. I would like to go to college after I get the GED diploma. Like Santiago Hemingway, with perseverance, confidence, and patience, we can get the fish we want. Definitely, I will recommend your book, Thank you, Mr. Hemingway, for your excellent inspiration. Sincerely, Sandra.
And now I'd like to invite Blanca Martinez, who's a runner-up from Riverside County Library, to read an excerpt of her letter to Cecil Murphy, author of 90 Minutes in Heaven, a true story of life and death. As everyone, hi Blanca, congratulations.
Thank you.
We're looking forward to hearing you read. Please come forward.
Thank you. Hi, I feel very honored to be here today. I'm in the Riverside County Library's Adult Literacy Program. The name of the book that I have read is 90 Minutes in Heaven. The name of the author is Don Piper with Cecil Murphy. I'm now going to read a portion of my letter. Dear Pastor Piper, I'm glad you decided to write your testimony because everyone needs to know that God and heaven are real. I can only imagine some of it through the scriptures in my Bible, testimonies I've heard in church, and other books I have read. Your testimony has made my faith stronger. I now think differently about doctors and appreciate more of what they do to cure people and to save lives. As a Christian, I care about people, but sometimes it's hard to know how to help someone who has gone through a terrible accident like yours. Through this, I have learned that I need to be more compassionate and understanding to those who have experienced such a trauma. I understand the recuperation process is slow and painful, which results in physical limitations, but God will take care of us no matter what we go through. I thought of my sister Hortensia, and I remember something similar that happened about 15 years ago. As a result of a tragic bus accident, she lost an eye and now has some limitation, such as not being able to drive at night or for long distances like she used to. After reading your book, I felt that I grew more not only as a person, but as a Christian, wanting to get closer to God. Thank you. And thank you very much. I would just like to take a moment to acknowledge my wonderful teacher, Melody Erickson. She wasn't able to be here today, but she is part of my success. It's my inspiration, and the passion and vocation that she has for teaching kept me going back to her class year after year for almost 4 years. Lucky also to have here today Mr. Mark Smith. He is the president and CEO of the Riverside County Libraries. Is that correct? Okay. And I also want to acknowledge my husband, Enrique Martinez Jr., for his love and support. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Thank you. What a powerful testimony. Thank you so much. And now it is my pleasure to invite Sharon Zhao, runner-up from Contra Costa County, to read an excerpt of her letter to Gail Tsukiyama, author of The Samurai's Garden. Sharon? Please welcome her. Okay, I know it's a library, but you don't have to be that quiet.
Dear Miss Tsukiyama, The Samurai's Garden is the first book that my English tutor, Casey, recommended for me to read. When I heard it is a story between Chinese and Japanese during World War II, I had no interest at all. The reason that I had no good feeling toward the Japanese was based on my education. I had been taught when I was young that the Japanese are the enemy of Chinese. It's like Ma Su said in the book, sometimes we love and hate without thought. The reason that I started to like this book is because I was deeply moved by Ma Su and Sachi's inner strengths. From them, I understood that the Japanese, like everyone else, are kind-hearted and hard-working people. They suffered different difficulties and had a hard time during the war also. Thank you for writing such a wonderful book. It has inspired me very much. Thank you. Thanks. And I also want to take this minute to thank you, my tutor, Kathy, and my library staff, Laura, who helped me. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks.
Congratulations, Sharon.
Thank you.
Well, you are, of course, already aware of this, but Sharon had a chance to meet Gail Tsukiyama.
Yes, I did.
And Gail had some comments. So this is a copy of what she said about you, and I'm going to tell
Really? Oh, Oh, thank you.
Yes, and I'm going to tell what she said. And Gail wrote this, they met at a library event in Walnut Creek. And Gail wrote this response to Laura Seaholm, who's the director of the Contra Costa Library Literacy Program. It was wonderful having the chance to meet Sharon because reading her letter had such a big effect on me. As a writer, you never know what impact your story will have on a reader. To know that The Samurai's Garden is a story that can change both hearts and minds is the best gift a writer could receive. Congratulations to Sharon.
Thank you.